Hey guys, welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. We have a whole nother week full of yummy and budget-friendly dinner ideas for you guys, and make sure you stick around to the end to see my favorite meal of the week. Also, if you're new here, welcome. I hope you decide to subscribe and stick around. We'd love to have you join our little family. We post What's for Dinner videos every Sunday. The first meal of the week was actually a subscriber meal idea sent to me by Susan Whitmore, and she suggested chili dogs. I'm glad she did because I haven't had one in quite a while, and we actually make our own homemade chili that's super simple to go on top, and serve these with some tater tots, and it was so delicious. It's such a cheap meal to make and also a crowd pleaser. So for the homemade chili, we used about a pound of ground beef, maybe a little less. We put in some vegetable juice, some seasoned salt, chili powder, cumin, garlic powder, and onion powder, and let that all simmer together, and it turns out so good. It's like the perfect hot dog topper. So we're using these H-E-B Aloha buns. They're like Hawaiian bread. We have some relish, some shredded cheese, mustard and ketchup, some chopped onion, and some jalapenos. I'm not quite sure where I learned this trick. I know my granddaddy does it, and my dad does it as well, I think. If you cut your hot dog in half lengthwise and just lay it on the bun, you get equal amounts of bread and hot dog in every bite. Everyone really enjoyed these, so thank you again, Susan, for the meal idea. We also had a little dessert made with some cinnamon cookies, some cream cheese mixed with coffee chocolate, and some fresh strawberries. And for our next meal, we had some Carne Asada nachos with cilantro lime corn. This is super easy to make. You just stick it in the oven all day, or if you have a slow cooker or a pressure cooker, you could probably do it in that as well. I don't have either of those, so we just do it the old-fashioned way in the Dutch oven. To make this, you need some beef stew meat, and you're going to melt some butter in your pan. And then we're also going to add in some chicken broth, cumin, seasoned salt, some onion powder, this Carne Asada seasoning. We're also going to add in some minced garlic and a small can of tomato sauce. You're just going to brown up your beef in that butter to give it some more flavor, and then you're going to add in all the rest of the ingredients. And once everything is combined, we just put the lid on it and put it in a 325-degree oven for 4 to 5 hours until it's tender and falling apart. The cilantro lime corn is also super easy. I just added in some butter, and then we're going to add in some dried cilantro, onion powder, seasoned salt, garlic powder, paprika, and salt and pepper. So just melt a few tablespoons of butter in the pan, and then add in a little bit of all your spices, however much you like, and let them get fragrant and cook together for a while. Then you add in your corn, and once it's almost done, you're going to add in the juice of 1 lime. I'd never really thought about using corn as a nacho topper before, but it was so delicious, and I'll totally be making it again. So our carne asada is all tender and falling apart and super saucy and delicious. And to make our nachos, we've got that cilantro lime corn. We have some refried beans, some chopped tomatoes, some chopped black olives, some shredded lettuce, a chopped sweet onion, some sour cream and shredded cheese, and of course tortilla chips. We love nachos of any kind, but these were extra delicious with the refried beans and the cilantro lime corn on them. My kids devoured their entire plates. I definitely recommend giving these a try. The next night's dinner, I had been at the dentist, so I missed all the footage of Adam making these, but he threw some wings on the grill and he made our wing sauce for those. We've shown how we make that in past videos, so I'll try to link one down below so you can make that sauce. And we just served these with some mashed potatoes and some broccoli with cheese. Hot wings are always delicious, and this was the first time we'd done them on the grill, and they turned out twice as good. For the next meal, we have Hawaiian pulled pork sliders with an apple, carrot, and pineapple slaw with tater tots. This pork is super easy to make as well, and we do ours in our Dutch oven, but just like the carne asada, you could also do this in a slow cooker or a pressure cooker. The pork we use is a boneless pork shoulder. And to make this Hawaiian-style barbecue sauce, we're using some apple cider vinegar, molasses, brown sugar, Adam's seasoning mix, some onion powder and garlic powder. We're also going to use that Jamaican jerk seasoning we used for some meatballs before, some pineapple juice, Worcestershire, and ketchup. We just add a little bit of everything to the pork. Like I said, we don't measure, but I'm sure you could find a similar recipe. And we're going to cook this at 375 for 4 to 5 hours until it's tender. And the slaw is also super easy and delicious. It's just some chopped apples, carrots, and pineapple. And for the sauce, it's some mayonnaise and vinegar and salt and pepper. We just put this on some H-E-B Hawaiian rolls and cut them in half and just layered it all on there. It made it a whole lot easier. And this was so good, served with some tater tots, a pickle, and that Hawaiian slaw. And putting it on top of your sandwich makes it twice as good. And here was my favorite meal of the week. We had orange chicken with cream cheese puffs and rice. We've made the cream cheese puffs in past What's for Dinner videos if you want to go check those out so you can see how we make those. This was so much better than takeout. We made a tempura batter for the chicken, and this is 2 parts flour to 1 part cornstarch. Depending on how much chicken you're making, you might need more or less batter. We also added in some salt and pepper, 1 beaten egg, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, and about a cup of cold water. We used 2 chicken breasts and cut those into 2-inch pieces, threw those into that batter and gave it a good stir so they're all coated, and then we put that in the fridge to rest while we were getting ready to cook them. We also toasted up our rice in some butter and soy sauce before we added the water to cook it. I think the trick to this chicken that made it so yummy was this frozen concentrated orange juice that we used without adding water. We've used just regular orange juice before and it didn't make it as good. To start off our sauce, we've got some butter melted in a pan with some minced garlic, a little bit of cayenne, and onion powder. And to that, we're going to add some soy sauce, a few tablespoons of that orange juice concentrate, some cornstarch, granulated sugar, brown sugar, rice vinegar, ground ginger, and some sea salt. We're just going to cook this all down until it thickens and then add in our chicken. And right before we were ready to take it off the heat, Adam drizzled on some sesame oil and some toasted sesame seeds. We will definitely be making this again. Like I said, it was my favorite meal of the week. It had the perfect orange flavor and it wasn't too overpowering or anything. It was just delicious. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments down below which meal was your favorite, and if you have any meal suggestions or recipes for us, you can leave a comment down below or you can send them to my email or Instagram message me. Both of those contact infos are in the description box below. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on next week's What's for Dinner.